Team Valkyrie here. I'm gonna do a deck profile on my latest and greatest Synchrons.
Dang.
Rolling with the hot pink Ultra Pro matte sleeves. Starting off with the monsters, we have 3 Junk Synchrons. Bread and butter of the deck, you really need 3 Junk Synchrons in order to go to most of your plays for your extra deck. We have 3 quick draws. Gotta have the high level tuners, especially good with Level Eater, which we'll get to later. Then we're rolling 2 Synchron Explorers. It's really good if you have quick draw or junk in the deck, in the graveyard, and you want to pull off a synchro.
A level 7 play, right?
Yep, level
Sick.
7. Then we have 2 Level Eaters. They mostly combo with my quick draws. Some people run 3. I like to run 2 just because of deck availability. Then we're running 2 Doppel Warriors. I love this card. It's good if you pull from the graveyard. It comes out on the field, and then when you synchro someone with it, you get 2 tokens, and I love tokens. So. Then we're running 2 Tuning Wares. A lot of people don't like having Tuning Wares in the deck. I just honestly like it because he has a pan on his head. That's really the only reason. And then we're going 2 Cobalt Hedgehog, probably one of my most favorite cards ever, just because he's freaking Hedgehog and he's just a beast. Can pull himself out of the graveyard if there's a tuner. Then we are running 1 Unknown Synchron, 1 Jet Synchron. These can be switched. You could have 2 or 1 of each. It just depends. You don't even have to really have them. I like Jet Synchron to pull out Jet Warrior. Unknown is good if you really need to put something on the field.
Now, why you only play 1 Jet Synchron? Explain that.
I only play 1 Jet Synchron because for my later tech I'll have a Jinzo, and I don't know. I don't like having more than 1 Jet Synchron just because of the way I play. It doesn't fit my play style. But not bashing Jet Synchron is good. It's basically better than Unknown Synchron. I just like having 1 of each.
Okay.
And then Jinzo, obviously. I know a lot of people play or say to play Royal Decree, but forget that. Jinzo has attack, and it's awesome.
Yeah, Decree on legs. I got you.
1 Dandy, self-explanatory. You gotta have it. 1 Fader. You almost need it in every deck nowadays, or most of the decks, especially with the meta. And then gotta have the glow up bulb. I mean, you can't with the Synchrons. And then moving on to spells, we have 2 MSTs. Back row is killer against this deck, and it's probably the Achilles heel in every game, every format. Then 2 tunings. Gotta be able to mill some Synchrons from your deck. Quick draw.
Why don't you play 3 tuning?
I don't play 3 tunings because I like playing swords because I'm kind of just weird. But swords, I know it's so old, but
yeah,
it
make
works.
them waste the Twin Twister, the
works.
MST. I feel you. Oh,
Yep.
That's sick. That's sick.
1 Rhoda would play 3, but you can't. So 1 Rhoda it is. 1 for 1 in case I need to get a Jet or a Tuning Wear or Glow Up Bulb or Unknown Synchron. It's just good. Soul Charge, such a lifesaver, especially because there's no Monster Reborn. 1 Scrap Fist, because I like to play Junk Warrior, and Scrap Fist just works. 1 Limit Overdrive. A lot of people don't play it. Depends on the extra deck. Depends on what you have. I like Limit Overdrive because it helps me get Quasar out. Easy money when this is on the field.
That's pretty good.
Going into my traps. 1 Compulse. Got to get free up some space to damage my opponent. 1 Imperial Iron Wall. It's good against Cosmos, and it was good last format against the Necrals and Shaddolls, but it can help in basically anything. 1 Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Not trying to get any monsters destroyed. Not trying to take any life point damage. Dark Bribe. Just helps me to gate a spell or trap. It comes in handy all the time. 1 Call. I mean, you don't really need to explain a Call of the Haunted, but I use this almost every duel. Then a Trap Jammer. Might take this out because of how the format is now, and not a lot of people are using traps, but this comes in handy more than people think. Then a Magic Cylinder and a Mirror Force. These 2 save my butt every duel, especially Magic Cylinder. People don't expect Magic Cylinder.
Yeah, because that don't target.
Yeah, it doesn't target, and you're basically, I mean, depending on how strong your monster is, you're getting hit with that.
Hit in the mouth. It's pretty good.
And then just because, like tokens.
Dang. Let me see your extra deck.
Alright. We'll start low first. I'll start out 1 Formula Synchron. I could play 2. I like playing 1 because I run 1 Excel Synchron. But Formula definitely comes in handy when trying to synchro. 1 Colossalus. Oh god, love this card. 1 Tatsunoko, but this card helps me so much. Weakens my opponent, especially if I have another monster on the field. I can get rid of it. Good card. 1 Old Entity Hastor. Really the only 4-star synchro I have, but it helps. If your opponent has a high-level monster and they're going to attack, they're going to pay the price.
That's pretty good.
MVP of the whole deck right here, Armades. Oh gosh, real MVP right here. This saves me. Get him out once a duel, have to. It's
This is
just
good against Cosmo.
yeah, it's good against basically everything. 1 Hyper Librarian. You're playing Synchrons. You're playing Hyper Librarian. Case closed. 1 Excel Synchron. I like this instead of another formula just because of his effect. I can lower or increase his level depending on what I want to do, and it helps me get Quasar out with the limit overdrive. 1 Junk Warrior. I mean, you have to. You have to. Junk Gardener, really good. Can change the battle position of any monster on the field during either player's turn, and it has a decent defense points. For my 7-star synchros, I have Junk Berserker and Junk Archer. Yes, attack of the Junks, but Archer, really good if I want to get some quick attack on my opponent. It frees up the field for me a lot. Berserker weakens my opponent's monsters, and it has a decent attack.
Yeah, go over them. It's pretty good.
And for my level 8s, I have 1 Stardust Dragon. Kind of have to. It's good, but you know it depends. Road Warrior is a must with this deck, especially the Quick Draw Synchron. You get the high level synchros, you need to have a Road Warrior. But if you don't want to have Road Warrior, my personal favorite, Junk Destroyer, you get him out. You use multiple non-tuners, and you're gonna pop multiple cards off your opponent's side of the field. Then Stardust Warrior, it's just beast. I mean, you can stop special summons, and then when he's gone, you get a level 8 warrior. You can bring out Road Warrior or anything. Then last, wouldn't be complete without a Quasar. It's hard to get this out if I don't have Limit Overdrive, but with Limit Overdrive, I can